Hello everybody, this is Phonytail Bobbin here, and welcome to Generation 4 Year 2. So I will admit that 2024 has been off to a rather slow start. There really has been many videos besides usual train stuff. Well, that changes now, because I am finally in a position to where I can return to making Wednesday content, so you get the usual 2 videos a week like we had before here on the channel. For the first couple months of this year, I've been putting up with these Wi-Fi issues where for some reason my Wi-Fi was cutting out for a split second every 10 minutes, and it was just kind of messing things up. You know, I would try to play Cinema multiplayer, and that would get disconnected from the server, or when I tried to download something, it would just stop the download, and I might have to start all over again, and various other things that have happened during my Wi-Fi issues, which also extends to live streams, and generally, you know, the Wi-Fi issues were causing problems, so that's the reason why I haven't really been able to make any content besides trains. Because I had these plans to have like a live stream as the first big Wednesday thing of the year, and of course, well, I can't really live stream when the Wi-Fi itself is cutting out every 10 minutes. But now the Wi-Fi issues seemed to have fixed themselves. I was able to do some tests after a Windows update, and it seems that the cutting out every 10 minutes thing is gone, and you know, I was able to play SimRail for a whole hour without getting disconnected, and I do think that live streaming will go pretty smoothly as well. So because the Wi-Fi issues have been fixed, and I've also finished up another project I was working on in the background, I can now finally return to doing Wednesday content. But I won't just be talking about Wednesday content in this video. In fact, I'll be talking about all of the plans that I have for this channel in 2024. So strap in, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, lots of changes, as well as things staying the same for the year 2024, and I'm sure you guys will be looking forward to hearing all of what's coming in 2024. Also, I apologize in advance if you hear any banging noises from outside. It's a rather windy day, so some stuff might be banging around because, well, I guess there's a lot of bangable things around here. And Mr. Wind is really wreaking havoc here on the Stale Road. So, yeah, if you hear any noise in the background, that's why. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is gameplay videos, which have become a bit of a mainstay here on the channel as we played various games. And, well, going into the future, there's going to be some changes to come to this Wednesday release slot to hopefully create a brighter future for the Friday 13 channel. So one thing that I started doing with the Wednesday release slot for gameplay videos is releasing them at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. However, until the Train of ATS series concludes, I'm going to be moving the upload time up to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I've noticed that videos perform better when I upload them at 12 p.m. Eastern Time rather than upload them at 5 p.m. Just like I do with Sunday videos, I'm going to be uploading Wednesday videos at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And this will continue until the Train of ATS sort of Let's Play series comes to its conclusion. And then once the Train of ATS series comes to an end, then I will move the Wednesday release slot back to 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the foreseeable future, and we'll see how videos perform there. Although if 5 p.m. Videos continue to not perform that well, then I guess I'll just move those back to 12 p.m. as well, and we'll have Sunday and Wednesday videos coming out at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So speaking of the Train of ATS series, that series is finally coming back for at least a few more videos. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a live stream where I'll be playing scenario number 15. And there's also a possibility that I do another stream for scenario number 16, which would be the final scenario. At least I think it will be the final scenario, if that's also a very long scenario. Although if scenario 16 isn't that long, then that would just be a standard video. And following those, there will be 5 to 6 more videos to come after that, where I'll be playing the extra stuff like the Special Express, as well as the flight mode and some of the other local trains as well here in this game. So the Train of ATS series is almost done, but not done quite yet. We still got a few other things to do before this series ends for good. And also, if there's anyone that cared about the Euro Train Simulator series, well, that series will be coming back for 2 more episodes. And in these episodes, we'll be completing the remaining scenarios in Spain and Germany, and then that series will come to its conclusion as well, and that series will end off at 6 episodes. Alright, now here's some big changes. So once the Train of ATS series comes to its conclusion, I'm going to be doing 12 experimental gameplay videos. Now what this means, I'm going to be playing 3 different games across 4 different videos. And I'm going to be doing this to see just kind of what kind of views we get and where to go with it in the future. So for 12 straight weeks, we're going to have 12 experimental gameplay videos. The first 4 of these will be playing Train Simulator Classic, then the next 4 will be playing Train Sim World 4, and then the next 4 will be playing SimRail. So that's 12 videos, 4 for each of those games, which will be happening after the conclusion of the Train of ATS series. I've realized that these obscure mobile game videos just don't really perform that well, so now I'm going to be trying out 3 games that are more commonly known, and hope that these videos produce a good amount of views, and will likely be a mainstay here on the channel for a long time to come. So once these 12 experimental gameplay videos complete, then I will evaluate the results, and I'll decide where to go from there. So you may be wondering, well, does this mean that this is the end of Train of ATS? And, yeah, it pretty much does. And the reason why I'm not going to be making Train of ATS videos anymore is simply because there's just not really much demand for them. A lot of these Train of ATS videos don't really get that many views, and my goal here is to try to make content that gets as many views as possible. So obviously, if one series isn't performing well, then it needs to be axed. So then you may be wondering, well, is there a possibility that Train of ATS can make a return at some point? And right now, I don't know. I do have some ideas of what to do with Train of ATS potentially going into the future. But for right now, I can't tell you when Train of ATS content will return to the channel. Now, of course, that goes for the first few Train of ATS games, so Train of ATS 1, 2, and 3. I don't know when those games will be returned to the channel. However, if whenever the next Train of ATS game comes out, whether it be called Train of ATS 4 or Train of ATS something else, I can at least tell you that we'll be doing a gameplay series on that as soon as that game comes out. Because ironically, one of my most viewed Train of ATS videos from recent times happens to be that Train of ATS 4 April Fool's Day video that I made last year, which wasn't even on Train of ATS. It was just Open BVE dressed up to look like Train of ATS. And that video got a lot of views, so yeah, there's definitely demand for a new Train of ATS game, and I will definitely play that on the channel as soon as it comes out. But as for the first two Train of ATS games, I don't know. But yeah, that's generally the plan for the Wednesday release slot. Train of ATS series, as well as more Train Sim episodes, and then 12 experimental gameplay videos on Train Sim Classic, Train Sim World, and SimRail. And like I said, once those 12 videos complete, I will evaluate the results and decide where to go from there. And of course, I might play other games in the Wednesday release slot as well going into the future. But I'm going to start with these 3 games just to see where things go. And depending on the results, I will decide where to go from there. Alright, so now moving on to the Sunday release slot. And this one is going to remain largely unchanged. So obviously, this release slot has been for the Trains videos, so Train Simulator 2 and Train Simulator 3. And that will remain the same for the foreseeable future. However, I do need to talk about Train Simulator 2. I've only done one Trains 2 video this year so far, and the main reason why I've been doing that many Trains 2 videos as of recent is simply because they never really perform that well. Like, the only time that Train Simulator 2 videos do perform well is when I review a new American route. But it seems whenever I do any other type of Train Simulator 2 videos, they just never perform that well. And in general, Train Simulator 2 is becoming a really old game now. I think it's actually almost 10 years old at this point. And I am waiting for the surveyor to come to Train Simulator 3. So with that in mind, there is a possibility that I will phase out Train Simulator 2 for good, and I will only do videos on Train Simulator 3. I know that some people have been requesting me to do Train Simulator 2 videos, but I've been avoiding doing those videos because they just don't ever get that many views. So yeah, keep this in mind. There is a possibility that Train Simulator 2 will be going away at some point in the future, and I will only do Train Simulator 3 videos. Alright, so that's all I have to say in regards to the gameplay videos, so let's move on to some other projects. So last year, when I was working on Generation 4, I was doing this process where I was sort of going through my channel and just sort of cleaning it up, you know, getting rid of a bunch of unnecessary videos and refining other stuff here and there. And I never really finished up that process last time, so I'm going to be continuing work on that for a little while to try to get it done and just make my channel more refined, you know, clear out the filth and make sure that we have a bunch of content that I'm sure you guys will actually be interested in. So videos of which that are unneeded will be deleted. And I also have plans to continue re-uploading stuff to Bob Motorsports. Yeah, despite the fact that I haven't upload anything to that channel in a little while, I'm not done with it just yet in terms of the re-uploads. And in terms of re-uploads coming to that channel, I have to upload the entirety of the 2018-19 NASCAR season on the NASCAR Racing 2003 season game, as well as some other car content that I never got around to re-uploading to this channel last year. So, yeah, so generally for the next month or two, I am going to be doing a background project where I will be basically refining my channel, making it more just easy to navigate around, and give you guys a better viewing experience here on the Friday 13 channel. Speaking of projects, well, I'm going to be returning to a type of video that I haven't really done in quite a while. And these are what I'm calling project videos. And you may be wondering why these videos are separate from the gameplay videos. Well, the gameplay videos are generally rather easy to make, whereas these project videos I'm about to announce will take a little bit more time, because I have to do script writing and a lot of editing and research and a lot of things. It's a lot more than the average gameplay video. So for the first couple of project videos I have planned, I'm actually now going to be getting into reviewing movies and TV series. I haven't really done anything like this in a long time, and I kind of want to get back into it just to see how it would do, see how much you guys like it, see how many new people it brings in, and I'm just generally try out something new here on the channel. So the first project video that I have planned is a review of a movie called Bullet Train Down. And you may have heard of a movie called The Bullet Train about, well, I'm actually not really sure what it's about because I haven't actually watched the movie myself yet. I will soon, but not yet. But anyway, you may have remembered, that Bullet Train movie from a couple years back, I think. Well, there's the real deal, but there's also a knockoff version called Bullet Train Down. And, I have a bit of a fascination with bad, low-budget knockoff movies. And I think it would be fun to do a review of this movie and just sort of, show it to the world and give you my thoughts on it. As a bit of a rail fan myself, I can, of course, tell you, things that maybe they got wrong, or maybe even something they got right, but mostly wrong. And, yeah, I just think that a review of this movie would be rather interesting, so I'll be doing it myself. And I plan on releasing this video towards the end of April. And the next project video that I have planned is a ranking of every Thomas and Friends era. So this is another subject matter that I haven't talked about on my channel in a long time, and, the few Thomas and Friends videos that I have done have actually gotten a lot of views, so this is something that I want to return to, see, like I said, see how many views it gets. So you may be wondering what this video is going to be about. Well, rather than rank all of the seasons, I'm instead going to rank all of the eras, such as the classic series, the hit era, the nitrogen era, the Brita era, and blah blah. And I think it would be fun, like I said, to talk about all of the seasons and everything, rather than do, I guess, a review of each season individually, because I'm not really that good with these kind of reviews just yet. I think it would be fun to sort of rank all of the eras, and, just make it a video where I talk about Tim Tom, and just see how this video performs. And in case you're wondering, I plan to release this video towards the end of May. And now for the big one, the project that I'm sure you guys are all excited to hear about, and that is Bill and Ted. I'm sure you've all been wondering, well, what about Bill and Ted Season 5? Is Bill and Season 5 going to be a thing? And I'm pleased to say that Bill and Ted Season 5 will be happening in 2024. And it's one that I'm actually really excited to get making and to show you guys. So Bill and Ted Season 5 is going to be the biggest season yet. It is going to be a crossover season. As for this season, I have partnered up with Ryan4023. Now, Ryan is someone who has made appearances on this channel before. He actually voiced a couple of the characters back in Season 4, and he's also been a voice on a few of my live streams over more recent times. And now I'll be collaborating with him to make Bill and Ted Season 5. Now, as I mentioned, there's going to be a crossover season, and Bill and Ted will be crossing over with Ryan's series, which is Dude of the Yard, which is a series that's focused around the Union Pacific steam engines. We got Big Boys, Challengers, the FEF series, and I'm sure that you'll know what I'm talking about if you're familiar with the Union Pacific steam engines. So Ryan here has created his own series, which is all about the various Union Pacific steam engines and their misadventures and various other things. And in Season 5, Bill and Ted will be traveling to the Sherman Hill line to have various adventures with these Union Pacific steam engines. Now, as far as what has been completed for Bill and Ted Season 5 so far, we do have the complete script written, so all 10 shorts, so short 41 through short 50 for Bill and Ted Season 5 have all been fully written, and the script is ready to go. However, in terms of actual filming and production, that will be starting in the month of June, and is planned to last throughout the summer. And I'm looking at a fall 2024 release for Bill and Ted Season 5. And as it was for the previous seasons, I'm going to have every single short air one per week. And of course, it will premiere, so we'll all be able to come together and watch these shorts as they come out. However, if you want something to hold you over in the meantime and you want to whet your appetite and get excited for Build at Season 5, well, now you can watch the entirety of Ryan's Dude of the Yard series, as for the longest time his series was exclusively viewable on Instagram, which has become a little worse over recent years, I suppose. However, just recently, Ryan has uploaded his entire Dude of the Yard series onto YouTube. So now if you don't have Instagram, or you don't really want Instagram, but you do want to watch the entire Dude of the Yard series, well, now you can on YouTube. So there's about 32 episodes, a few specials, and a couple of full-length movies as well. So yeah, if you want to whet your appetite, get excited for Build to Season 5, and have an idea of what to expect for Build to Season 5, then, well, I would recommend watching Ryan's Dude of the Yard series, and being able to see it for yourself, and just to have an idea of what to expect in Build to Season 5. Although I will issue a mature content warning here, this series is not quite family friendly. There's some bad words said, as well as some other things that may not be so family friendly. So if for some reason you might be offended by bad words or other adult themes, then the Dude of the Yard series may not be for you. But otherwise, if you don't really care about that kind of stuff, then yeah, go ahead and watch this series. And in case you're wondering, don't worry, Bill and Ted will remain family friendly, and Season 5 has been written to be as family friendly as possible, so don't worry about any sort of like change in the age rating for Bill and Ted. And following the completion of Build to Season 5 production, I will have more project videos. Likely I might do some more movie reviews. So if there's a train-related movie that you really want to see me review, then, well, leave suggestions, and I will consider what kind of stuff to do after Season 5 production is completed. Alright, so next up I wanted to talk about live streams, and for the past few years now, live streams have been a rather infrequent thing here on the channel, and that's going to continue to be the case going into 2024. As much as I would like to live stream more often, for one, I can't really do it because it's a bit time consuming, but for another, these streams never really get that many views and, people watching them. So generally, until my channel grows bigger, live streams are going to continue to be a infrequent thing, and I will only do them on certain occasions, like if a new game comes out, or if this is just something I really want to do. That being said, however, if you really want some more live streams, well, I can at least tell you that there will be 3 live streams over the next 3 weeks, which is pretty cool. As I mentioned earlier, tomorrow, March 13th, on Wednesday, I will be doing a live stream on Trend of ATS scenario number 15, which would be a rather long scenario, by the way. I think it's going to be like an hour and 40 minutes long, so yeah, nice little live stream to come tomorrow. Then the very next week, on Wednesday, March the 20th, I will be doing a live stream on Train Simulator Classic. And this Train Simulator Classic stream is going to be about the recently released Repo AEM7s. Yes! Yeah, of course, since Build is a rather big thing on the channel, and, well, now I've got a couple of new AEM7s that I've just released for Train Simulator Classic, I will be doing a live stream where I'll be driving those on the Northeast Corridor from New York to Washington. Yeah. Funny enough, that new AEM7 pack wasn't the only thing that recently came out. We also got a extension of the Washington-Baltimore route up to Philadelphia. So now we have the complete Northeast Corridor from New York to Washington, which of course opens up the possibilities for, a lot of different types of scenarios. And speaking of scenarios, I've gone ahead and made my own, based in the year 2001. And this is actually the thing that I've been working on for the past couple months now, and, well, it is now finished and ready, so I'll be doing the live stream on the 20th. And finally, this one is for the Roblox fans out there. Wednesday, March 27th, we'll be doing another Roblox live stream. So the last Roblox live stream I did at the end of last year was actually rather successful. And there was a lot of people that actually turned up when we were doing the Northeast Corridor section of that stream. So this particular live stream that we're doing on the 27th will actually be entirely focused on the Northeast Corridor Aurora scale map on Roblox. So we'll be playing that map for a good long while, driving various trains and, doing the usual Roblox things. Although we will probably do our usual Steamies vs. Diesels once we come close to the end of the stream. After that, I don't know what live stream I'll do next, but we'll see what happens. And the final thing that I want to talk about in this video is a financial report. So as you may know, last April I was able to turn on monetization as I met the minimum requirements to join the YouTube Partner Program. So I am now making money from the content that I upload here onto YouTube. Although I will admit the actual money that I'm making from these videos is not very much. At the moment, I'm earning $12 to $13 a month throughout most times of the year, you know, basically between January and August, I think it is. And then between September and December, the ad rates actually go up, and I actually earned $18 to $20 throughout that time last year. So yeah, initially I thought that December was the only like high-paying month of the year, but no, it's actually throughout the entire fall and early winter. It's actually when the YouTube ad rates are at their highest. But even then, I still have to meet a $100 threshold to actually get paid the money that I earned from these videos, and that's happening on a rather infrequent basis just because of how little money I'm actually making from these videos. So because of this, I'm going to do everything I can to get the view counts up, get the ad revenue up so I can make money a bit more quickly. And generally, that's my plan with all these changes I've got coming to the channel this year. You know, the new gameplay videos, the project videos. All this is to try to get view counts up so I can also get ad revenue up and, well, turn this into more of a career. Because ultimately, YouTube is, you know, a really good career for me. You know, it's very liberating. You have a lot of freedom. You know, I don't have to get up super early in the morning or whatever to go to work or whatever. Nor do I have to spend the entirety of my day burning myself out doing something I don't really like. YouTube is something that I'm genuinely passionate about, and like I said, it's a great career choice for me because it just gives me so much freedom to just do what I want. And I'm hoping that it will become more of a financial source for me, so I don't have to just rely purely on Social Security money. And hopefully with all the upcoming changes, I'll be able to make a bit more money and just generally grow this channel. And in case you're wondering about that Fiverr gig that I mentioned briefly at the beginning of every single one of these videos, unfortunately, I've gotten a grand total of 0 orders thus far. Yeah, I've had my Fiverr gig opened up for about a year now, and not a single person has submitted an order for me to edit a video for them, which isn't really surprising to me because Fiverr is a very competitive market, and I already knew going in that this wasn't going to be easy, and yeah, there you go, a whole year and 1 month now, and not a single person has submitted an order yet. So with that being said, though, if you have a little bit of money to spare and you really want to get my Fiverr gig going, please submit an order for me to edit a video for you, and I will get on that as soon as possible, and yeah. Now, with that being said, is there a possibility I may discontinue the Fiverr at some point? And I'm hoping not to do that because it was a bit of a pain to get this thing set up and ready to go. And, you know, I put all that effort in only for it to go to nothing. I don't really want to amount to that, so I'm hoping that at least one of you guys will submit an order, or at least someone from Fiverr will notice that, submit an order. So hopefully, maybe the Fiverr gig will go somewhere. Alright, and that is everything that I wanted to talk about going into 2024. I do apologize that this year has been rather lackluster so far, but now that's going to change. We've got a lot more content coming to the channel. You know, once the content's going to be a regular thing again. And just generally, 2024 is a rather exciting year for the Friday the 13th channel. But with that being said, in case you didn't understand anything, feel free to leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So, yeah, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or whatever about anything that I talked about in this video, like I said, leave a comment, and I will respond to you as soon as possible, and I guess explain in greater detail if necessary. But that's all for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.